I always thought of him as just my brother's friend. His name was Calvin Reed, and he'd been in and out of our lives since high school. He was the quiet one in their group, tall, lean, intense, with these still, unreadable eyes that seemed to see too much. I never really talked to him back then. He was older, reserved, and always treated me like I was invisible. Not in a rude way, more like, distant. Polite, quiet, restrained. But all of that changed one summer evening. My brother Thomas was hosting a backyard get-together at our parents' lake house. The sun was going down, painting the sky with this warm, peach gold glow. The music was soft, drinks were flowing, and friends were scattered in lawn chairs or by the dock, laughing about old college stories. I wore this sundress, simple, flowy, and a little clingy when the breeze caught it just right. Not intentional, it was just hot outside. Calvin was there, sitting on the edge of the porch steps, sipping a dark soda, his gaze occasionally lifting toward the lake, or maybe something else. I felt his eyes on me once. I didn't look directly, but I knew. You just feel it. I was in the kitchen, searching for the wine opener when it happened. Everyone else was outside, and I had leaned forward, rummaging through the drawer when I suddenly felt it. A hand. Gentle. Warm. It landed on my waist, firm but cautious, like it had been waiting years to do it and only just now got brave enough. I froze. I didn't turn around. Couldn't. My breath hitched in my throat, heart slamming against my ribs like it wanted to leap out. The kitchen was silent except for the low hum of the fridge and my own pulse ringing in my ears. His voice came next, low, near my ear, and steady. It's me. Sorry. I just wanted to help. But the hand didn't move. He stayed right behind me, close but not pressing, not pushing. Just there. I turned slightly, just enough to glance over my shoulder. It was Calvin. His eyes didn't flicker. He didn't look embarrassed or flustered. He looked calm. Focused. But there was tension in him too. I could see it in the way his jaw clenched and the way his breath caught when our eyes met. I found it, I mumbled, lifting the corkscrew from the drawer, as if that would undo the heat that suddenly pooled in the center of me. His hand slowly left my waist, almost like it didn't want to. Neither did I. The next few seconds felt stretched, heavy, loaded with words we didn't know how to say. I stepped aside, heart still racing, pretending to focus on opening the wine bottle as if my hands weren't trembling. He stood there for a moment, like he was waiting for me to turn back around. But I didn't. I couldn't. Because if I did, I might have kissed him. That night, the air between us was different. At dinner, he sat across from me, and every time I lifted my eyes, he was already looking. Not in an obvious way. Not in a creepy way. Just, steady. Intent. Like he was learning my face all over again. After everyone went to bed, I sat on the back porch alone, wrapped in a blanket, sipping the wine I had finally opened, trying to make sense of what had happened. I heard the screen door creak behind me. And then, his voice. You okay? I nodded, not trusting my voice. He came to stand beside me, hands in his pockets, gaze fixed on the dark water. I didn't mean to startle you earlier. You didn't, I whispered. I just didn't expect it. A pause. Then, softer, I've wanted to touch you like that for a long time. My head snapped toward him, startled, lips parting, but no words came. He didn't move closer. He didn't try anything. He just stood there, the quiet hum of night wrapping around us like velvet. You're Thomas's friend, I finally said, unsure if it was a protest or a confession. He turned to me then, eyes calm but burning. "I know. And maybe that's why I've waited this long." The honesty in his voice hit something deep in me. Something that had been sleeping for years. "I used to think you didn't even see me," I said quietly. "I saw everything," he replied. "I just didn't let myself want it." My heart was a riot inside my chest. And for once, I didn't want to silence it. I looked up at him, into those serious, steady eyes, and I saw it there. No games. No flirting. Just truth. Maybe I should have walked away. Maybe I should have told him to forget what happened. But I didn't. Instead, I let the silence stretch again, heavy with something that felt like the beginning of a secret. And when he reached down, brushed a strand of hair from my cheek and let his fingers linger for just a second too long, I didn't breathe. Because in that moment, I knew. Everything had already changed. And there was no going back.